There are a number of advantages to using 3D application to do your pre-visualization, especially when it comes to lights and cameras. Now, for the majority of the 3D programs out there, they use a camera metaphor in order to create their renders. And what that means is you can adjust the lenses, you can adjust the height, the movement, the angles, all of the camera movements and everything that we've been studying are available within those 3D programs, such as Blender or Poser or even SketchUp. Now, in addition to having the adjustments that are available on the cameras, focal length, focus, what have you, they also have pretty sophisticated lighting models too that are also based on a metaphor of the real world. So you'll have 3-point lighting available to you. So you can have a backlight, a fill light, and a spot. In addition to something they call infinite light, which you need to consider in a 3D program because inside the program there's no daylight. So you've got to have actually 4 lights if you want to really simulate an actual live shoot in a 3D program. Now, this is why a lot of production companies and so forth will use dedicated pre-visualization software, because they can do all of the experiments in 3D, in these 3D worlds, and get the lighting that they want just dialed in so they'll know before they, as part of their planning, before they even hit the location, they know what focal length they need, they know how many lights they need, they know where to put them, and all of those things are right there. And the ability to experiment with those with just perhaps a director or the cinematographer, whoever, they can sit in front of a computer screen and make all of those adjustments, and then by the time they hit the photo shoot or the video shoot, they've got everything already set up. They know exactly where everything needs to go. Now, there are a number of these programs. I mentioned Blender and SketchUp, both of which are free, and the one that I use is Poser, because Poser has the ability to output layered Photoshop documents, and then I can adjust the different layers, and that's beyond the scope of this video. But for the price of a download and a fairly steep learning curve, you can get some pretty solid pre-visualization software out of the deal. Now, there are dedicated pre-visualization software packages, but for my money, why bother with something that doesn't output anything more than a real kind of very basic, a very basic storyboard looking sort of situation. If that's all you're after, you know, if you're looking at camera angles and what have you, fine. Pre-visualization software is going to be just fine for you. But you may as well go for a fully featured, fully capable 3D rendering package and spend your time learning that, in case, for example, you need to do some special effects compositing or what have you, that you need some 3D. And you're just not going to get that in most of these Pre-Viz software packets.